Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the show. Appreciate you guys for watching, liking, and subscribing to the channel as of late. So if you're brand new, consider subscribing, turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on our daily streams covering PlayStation and Xbox right here on this channel. So hopefully you guys are doing great, because I'm doing great, man. We're getting so close to June right now. There's a lot of things brewing up. I have some new sound bites here on my soundboard. We got some new donation alerts as well. The hype level is definitely real, and I would definitely say Sony is bringing the storm, baby. Woo! Man, they are about to bring a storm that I think the industry is not ready for. And also, yes, let's get the hype train going, because when you talk about Sony, right, you talk about hype. Yeah, because that's exactly what we're fixing to talk about today. I've said this numerous times on this channel pertaining to PlayStation. Ever since the start of this entire generation, I've said that PlayStation fans are the ones that are eating very well when it comes to their consoles. I mean, their purchases are being validated by them spending $500. And so not only that, but Sony bringing the quality, which I think a lot of people really care for, and that is very important, to say the least. And we have a lot of people in the industry that is sort of looking at this and saying, man, you know what? Sony is really about to bring a storm. Sony is really about to really do this big. Now, obviously, like I've always said before, Sony is not perfect. Sony has made some mistakes along the way. But I think one of the key things that we need to look at is, well, how can we learn from these mistakes and avoid what other companies are doing, the mistakes that other companies have made, and not make the same mistakes? Because right now, we're 3 years in, and I think right now it's time to elevate. It's time to push the envelope even further and blow the doors off the hinges. Now, let me say this as well. I've been doing some thinking, and when it comes to Microsoft, I see a lot of people saying that, well, maybe Sony is holding off on the PS5 showcase because, well, Microsoft and this Activision Blizzard deal. Listen, obviously the EU just approved it, so clearly it's not going in the direction that Sony really wants it to go. But at the same time, we know that the CMA is standing firm on their decision, and it's almost as if like Microsoft is just doing bad right now. Like they just put out Redfall and Phil Spencer coming out with that interview just to make them look bad, right, in front of the CMA or in front of the EU or in front of the FTC, just to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, we're weak. We're defeated. Like, go ahead and approve the deal. We need this deal to go through very badly, because best believe, baby, like I've said, and I'll say it again, a massive storm is coming. And Microsoft better be careful, because at this point, the PS5 showcase is the most hype event of the year. There's no other event right now that is more hype than the PS5 showcase. I mean, there's so many games that is slated to be revealed during this PS5 showcase. Not only that, but a game that I hold very close to my heart, and that is, what am I talking about? Ghost of Tsushima. Yes. And it's funny because we're approaching 3 years since Ghost Tsushima was released, the first one, obviously, and I finished the DLC Iki Island, and obviously we played the actual main game. I even went on ahead and made a step forward and bought the collector's edition, which is somewhere up there in Virginia, which I'll be bringing down and putting it up on my wall of collections here, because I just love new IPs. And ever since when That game actually started development and stuff like that. I think this back in 2014. And when it was revealed in 2017, I was literally just blown away because it's Sucker Punch, right? So I think a lot of people in the industry right now is talking about Ghost of Tsushima and how much of a masterpiece that game was. And it really shows you the strength of Sony IPs and the impact of Sony games. Now, we obviously have people with their own opinions pertaining to PlayStation games, saying PlayStation games are a movie, and that's completely fine, right? I mean, doesn't matter. Sony always raised the bar. And I think at this point right now, there is so much that is riding on this PS5 showcase. We have a host of topics to go over and discuss. So guys, hear me out. If you do enjoy what we do here, please don't hesitate to hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that subscribe button. All right, so let's get right into this one. So check this out. Now, I see a lot of people out on Twitter losing hope on the PS5 showcase. Now, like I said, I think at this point, the EU basically made it clear, like, they're not going to harm competition. Microsoft is not going to harm competition, you know, with this Activision Blizzard King deal. And I think we have some lawyers coming out with a little chart and basically showing off some things and basically explaining that, listen, this is going to be okay. Sony's going to be fine. And rightfully so. Sony have a massive catalog of IPs and the world's most talented studios right next to Nintendo. So really and truly, Sony can just go ahead and drop this PS5 showcase right at this moment. Like, within, people are saying that Sony might announce the PS5 showcase as late as Thursday this week. You know, some people was expecting it to be today, but I would say maybe if it doesn't happen as far as the announcement on Thursday, then, or Wednesday, or whatever the case may, who knows? Sony don't really care anymore. I mean, they're just random with things, so who knows at this point? But me, just a wild guess. I mean, it could happen next week. You know, they could make an announcement next week. I mean, it could be the week after. I mean, but I would say I have a strong feeling that it could be happening before Summer Game Fest at this point, because Sony have a lot of confidence and they have a lot of games. And Sony is coming out here talking about new games and teasing new games, and they're feeling pretty confident in what they currently do have right now. A lot of Sony studios currently right now is working on multiple IPs, and that's sort of the combo that we can really see and expect from Sony first party studios. They're workhorses. I mean, there's tons of stuff that is currently in development, first and second party stuff, obviously from their third party worldwide partners right now. There's tons of stuff that Sony's getting ready to show. Not only that, but we also have to remember that they have hardware that they're going to be showing off as well. So there's a lot that's riding on this one, and I'm telling you, they're about to bring the storm. Not only that, but we have Spider-Man 2, which I think, besides Final Fantasy 16, is going to be a headliner for this year. Expect collector's editions, expect heavy promotional materials for Spider-Man 2 in the upcoming month or so. Also expect sort of a PS5 bundle. Now, I've stressed this so many times, it will be a big missed opportunity for Sony not to do some type of limited edition, special edition PS5. And I'm talking about with the faceplates, not just a white PS5 with the Spider-Man 2 digital code, but really going all out with this marketing and really pushing it, because this game, I'm telling you, is going to sell like hot cakes and potentially dethrone in God of War Ragnarok. So you want to be able to do that right. Next on the list, obviously, we have the PSVR 2 stuff, which I think a lot of people have to understand that, yeah, we're going to see a bunch of PSVR 2 stuff inside of this PS5 showcase. And not only that, but their live service approach, where we're going to talk about one caveat though, because one of the things that I really wanted to drive home here is that, well, we have a lot of live service games that have taken over our industry, and a lot of them are very much so bad. One of them is a PS5/PC game that is like in the toilet right now. It's a dumpster fire situation, and Sony has to be very, 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 very careful with coming out with their live service games, because like I said, they have to be a hit. They according to Herman Hulse, and not only just Herman Hulse but Shuya Yoshida, like Sony right now, they want to be different, right? They don't want to continue doing stuff that they've already been doing, or anybody else in the industry for that matter, because we know the war zones of the world, we know the Fortnites of the world is literally taking over and continuing to drive a lot of finances to these companies, and not only that, but a lot of traction as well. But you have to come out in a different type of way, considering that one of the weak points of the PlayStation 5 console and the PlayStation ecosystem right now is multiplayer, right? You need a strong multiplayer presence. Obviously, we have 2 PS5 games that potentially are canceled at this point, and they're multiplayer oriented, which I think really, really sucks if you ask me, because here's the thing, man. You have to draw the line one way or the other. Like, it can't just be about greed. Listen, we know that you got to pay the bills. You got to take care of developers. You got to take care of your studios. But there's a way to do it, right? And as long as you do it the right way and you put the gamer first in terms of the experience, then you're good to go. But if you're just going to be keeping your pockets first, right, all you care about is your pockets and greed, then that's going to be a massive problem, and that's going to be a massive L. Now, considering Sony have about 11 live service games that is brewing up to be revealed very, very soon here. Some of them are going to get released this year, next year, and so on and so forth. And so that is very, very important. So Sony needs to make sure that these live service games are really checking the box, because make no mistake, right now people are holding them accountable. Now, one of the biggest live service games that we could potentially see at this PS5 showcase is obviously, you know, Factions 2, right? Last of Us, Factions 2. And I think that's definitely going to be dropping this year. I don't see why they wouldn't drop Factions 2 this year, considering you need to make sure you make a giant splash, a giant imprint on the live service arena. Not only that, but also in the multiplayer segment right now, considering things is not looking too good with Deviation Games, things are not looking too good with Final Strike Studios. There's tons of stuff that's actually happening here. So you really want to strike the iron while it's hot. Cannot stress that enough. And if I was Sony right now, we already know that they are going to bring the quality, right? And so the biggest thing here is how are they going to structure these live service games, you know, moving out. Now, in terms of first party games, I mean, off the rip, I'm not going to sit here and go on a tangent on a lot of, you know, make-believe things that I know is not going to happen. Obviously, a lot of people really want to see Metal Gear Solid 3. Now, that's a legendary game from a legendary franchise. We have heard that Sony apparently, according to rumors, that, yeah, well, they inked something with Konami, right, to bring back the legendary franchise Metal Gear. Obviously, we have Silent Hill and Castlevania, right? So I think it's safe to say Blue Point has been hard at work at this point in time. And a lot of people are curious to know, what is it that Blue Point is actually working on? Is it something to do with Metal Gear? I mean, we've been hearing for years that they're working on MGS1. And it's been a while now since we had Demon's Souls remake and Shadow of the Colossus. So, I mean, at this point in time, expect something remake-wise from Sony big time in this PS5 showcase. Now, the problem here is, please do not waste our time, Sony, and show us no doggone Horizon Zero Dawn remake, because I'll be very, very pissed off, right? There's no need for you to waste money, time, and resources, considering Horizon Zero Dawn had that update for PS5 with that 60 FPS. There is no need for that, okay? Let's bring it back down. There's tons of IPs that you could be remaking. People have been crying and screaming about SOCOM, crying and screaming about Resistance, crying and screaming about Killzone. There's so many franchises that you do have that you need to reboot. And so whether you're going to reboot them or you're going to remake, whatever the case may be, but don't waste time, resources on things that We already been playing not that long ago. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. But the caveat here is that expect remakes to make a big footing inside of this PS5 showcase, because it seems, and it has occurred to me, that Sony, just like with Microsoft, well, Microsoft is a little bit different, but with Sony, it's like, yeah, we know that the bigger AAA stuff is taking a longer time to develop. So what do Sony do, right? Besides the little filler indie games here and there, or they might have a couple AA games, is they drop the remakes, right? They drop the remakes, and the remakes is supposed to be sort of like a filler in between the AAA stuff and obviously their other, bigger stuff as well. And so, you got to make it worthwhile, considering everybody in the game right now is charging $70. I mean, $70 is a lot of money, considering we're going to be talking about Sega. Yeah, I know that was kind of cringe, but hear me out. So Sega is throwing their hat into the arena next to everybody in the game right now. The big players that we're talking about, yeah, they're going to charge $70 freaking dollars. Now, imagine playing $70, right, for a Sonic game or Yakuza, whatever. I'll pay $70 for Shenmue. That's just me. But yeah, they're throwing their hats into the arena now. Everybody, all the big players are charging $70 freaking dollars. And this is why I say, as gamers, we have to elevate our minds. We have to stay focused, and we have to demand better, right? You don't think that all of us gamers want better for our industry? You don't think we want gaming to move forward and to get better? I mean, we're paying more money, for Christ's sake. Why are we sitting here going backwards? We're supposed to be moving forward, right? And so if we keep supporting these games with these mediocre type of experiences, these lack of lazy frame rate options, then what's going to happen? More and more publishers are going to keep on doing the same thing, right? We see Ubisoft. Let's just say Ubisoft don't have a strong footing like they used to. They're charging $70 for their freaking games. Now Sega is fixing to come out. I'm telling you guys, these publishers are not going to back down. They're not going to sit there and go back to the old school way of doing things. Everybody is climbing the ladder. Sony was one of the first ones to do it. Now everybody in the game is doing it. This is why I say we need to hold Microsoft accountable. All right, we need to call Microsoft out, call everybody else out. Listen, man, this can't work. I get that you have Game Pass, but you got to do something better. Now, make no mistake about this. I'm happy for genuinely happy for Xbox fans, because that is the earliest double that we have ever gotten in a long time. Like it's pretty sad to say it, but man, when was the last time Xbox had a massive W? And I think for the EU approving that deal, Xbox fans are so desperate for a big W that, I mean, that's all we got right now, right? I mean, hopefully the showcase will be a W for Xbox as well. And don't give me this bullcrap about, oh, you're going to ease up off the gas a little bit because you want this ABK deal to be approved. We don't care about that right now. What we really do care about is the games, because everybody in the industry is now going to start charging $70 freaking dollars. So we need $70 of worth of games, right? We need premium experiences, right? And that's something that Sony is going to be bringing to the table here. Now, we're going to talk about also more high quality PlayStation 5 games, right? That's what y'all want, right? That's what we should demand for, right? High quality games, because here's the thing, man, games are not going to get any cheaper from this point out, right? Games are going to be $70 freaking dollars and up, right? 70 is the standard, and whatever that value means to you, then to each his own. But more high quality games are coming to the PlayStation 5, which should get you excited and should get you hyped. Now, also, we're going to talk about DS2. That is Death Stranding 2. See, one of the great things about Sony IPs, people was making fun of Death Stranding, right? And basically saying, yeah, well, yeah, this game is garbage. It's just basically a UPS simulator, guy with a baby strapped on his stomach, and he's just walking around delivering packages. There's nothing cool about that game, which everybody was clowning on Death Stranding. But now, nobody can say that that game was not high quality. Like, the quality was there, and that was a PS4 game. Now, the gear and times has changed, and now we're elevating into a whole new hemisphere, because now technology is increasing, and we can expect higher frame rate, better graphics, and better production value into our games that we are expecting from Sony moving forward here. And I think that's something special. So guys, buckle up, be along for the ride, because we're about to get into these topics and we're going to go over and discuss this. So if you do like what we do here, don't hesitate to super chat during the show. If you have any questions or any concerns, give this stream a like, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, because the road to 50K is up on us. All right. So let's dive right off into our first topic here. And this one, like I said, they're about to bring the storm. So let's get it popping. All right. So our first topic here is we're talking about a new game, right? Because I think that's one of the things that I really want to sort of highlight is new games, right? Yes, we want to see from Sony at this PS5 showcase, yeah, the games that we're expecting, the Spider-Man 2 and the Wolverine and all these games, right, that we know that are already in development. But we want some shockers, right? We want to see games that, well, wow, is really like bringing out the best in the PS5 in a different way, right? And so let's talk about this new. Now, there's another new PS5 game that I've talked about, and I think that's supposed to be dropping this year. And this was via the LinkedIn profile of a developer, right? That was talking about, not a developer, but a VFX artist. Let me correct that, a VFX artist. And he was coming out and he was like, listen, like, I'm working on an unannounced new PS5 game. And he actually worked on God of War Ragnarok as well, which I think is very much so interesting, to say the least. And I think that is very huge. So let's talk about this new PS5 game, because you know what? First, a part of me is thinking about Killzone. I don't know why I have the itch for Killzone. I don't know why I have the idea in my head that Sony is just going to shock us and bring back Killzone. I don't know. I'm willing to be wrong on this one, but I just have this hunch of Killzone is coming back. I don't know why. In a time like this right now, where desperation is at an all-time high when it comes to games, next generation games, like the hunger is at an all-time high right now to consume a lot more high quality multiplayer, something different, whatever the case may be, but also bringing back some of these classic titles. Now, recently we had Herman Hulse, right? Now he's head of Worldwide Studios for PlayStation, and literally he visited Sony Santa Monica. Yes, and he was really impressed by what he saw when he was at Sony Santa Monica. Holy freaking cow. You know what that means. Oh boy, Storm is coming. Storm is coming. Woo! Oh shoot. Man. Rain. I feel the rainwater on me already. Oh shoot. Wow. I'm getting rained on right now. A storm is coming. Sony Santa Monica could very well be working on a new IP. The hype train is definitely coming. Woo! Listen. At this point in time, a lot of people are thinking, well, maybe it's something to do with Atreus, like maybe a spin-off for Atreus, separate game or something like that. But people want new IPs. That's the biggest thing here. Like, yes, people are okay about the sequels and things of that nature, but at the same time, people want new games. They want new games for the console that they're spending $500 on. I mean, that is like the biggest takeaway here. And so Hermen Hulst is teasing this because he's like, man, I was so impressed by what I saw when I was at Sony Santa Monica. So Sony Santa Monica, these boys are cooking. Sony right now is cooking, guys. They're cooking, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, when they serve up that dinner that they've been cooking, remind you, every time when Sony is silent, best believe, I'm telling you, they're bringing all the elements right now. The wind, the storm, the fire, everything that you can think of, all the elements that you can think of, they're about to bring right now. So can't wait to see what Sony Santa Monica is working on. Something different other than just God of War. I mean, the hype level is definitely real. And if Hermen Hulst himself is talking like that, well, I can't say that I'm not excited, right? Because, hey, anything new from PlayStation Studios right now is the hype level is literally through the roof right now. So, like I've always said back in 2020, you need to get hype, because when it comes to PlayStation, I mean, they're #1 for a reason, and the bar is once again going to be raised, not only when it comes to the quality, but the immersive experience that we're going to be having, the top-notch storytelling and the characters and the production value, as well as the sound, is really going to blow us away. So cannot wait for one of the best studios that Sony got under their umbrella right now, Sony Santa Monica. So new game coming up, guys. Buckle up. It's about to go down for real. All right. Now, and don't expect to see that game in the PS5 showcase. I don't think that that game is even ready to be shown, but you never know. Stay tuned. Next topic. Hopefully you guys are loving the show so far. Subscribe if you're brand new. Turn on that post notification bell. Hit the like button. Bring in your super chats if you have any questions in the middle of the show. Let's get it popping. All right, let's talk about another franchise that, man, woo, the hype train, baby. Woo, 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 woo. Oh my God. Ghost of Tsushima 2, baby. Oh, Jin Sakai. Oh, man. Listen. Some people will say Ghost of Tsushima is just like Assassin's Creed. Some people will say they don't like Ghost of Tsushima. Listen, bro. Ghost of Tsushima 2. Let's talk about it, because, yo, there's a lot of people in the industry right now that's bringing this up. And you know the influence that PlayStation games got on a lot of people. We're not even just talking about gamers. We're talking about journalists. We're talking about developers. We're talking about people that are outside of gaming right now. That's how huge the impact is when it comes to PlayStation first-party games. Now, the hype level is definitely real. So, without further ado, let's talk about Ghost 2, shall we? Because this game, this game. Now, hear me out when I say this. Woo! I'm smiling today, baby. Let's get it popping. Now, listen to this, all right? At the PS5 showcase, there are going to be a lot of jawbreakers. That's what I call them. Jawbreakers. Because your jaw is going to be so broken. It's going to be on the floor too long, to the point where it's just going to be broken. It's just not going to come back up, right? To go back into place where it was originally created or supposed to be positioned. So let's think about this, right? We know that Spider-Man 2 is literally going to be a showpiece for the PlayStation 5. But what other game, Marlon? What other game could be taking center stage this time around? Ghosts. It's been almost 3 years. That's right. July 17th will be 3 years. Some of y'all don't even know that. Maybe some of y'all do know. Maybe, I don't know, some of y'all slept on Ghost. But hear me out. Ghost of Tsushima 2, there's no denying it that Ghost of Tsushima 2 is going to make an appearance at the PS5 showcase. And I'm telling you right now, that game being developed with the PlayStation 5 in mind and only the PlayStation 5 in mind is going to be bananas, okay? Listen, you guys remember playing Ghost of Tsushima, right? And y'all were taking in the scenery and going through the fields and the flowers and just the combat and just the characters and the sound. And it's just crazy. The production value, Sucker Punch, through the roof. That's another S-tier studio from Sony. That's what I'm saying. Sony got bangers, man. Sony got heat, man. And PlayStation fans should be happy because they know that their purchase for that PS5 is definitely well worth it. And Ghost of Tsushima 2 is definitely going to be bringing something cutting edge to the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation gamers. Now, one legendary person that is talking about Ghost of Tsushima right now, and I think there's something right here that we have to look at, is none other than the original creator of Resident Evil. That's right, he played the game. He actually played the game and finished the game, and he was blown away by how good the game was. And I'm like, man, that is Sony right there, man. This is just, it's just Sony just have, I don't know. They just got it. You know, when you just got it like that, you just got it, bro. That's Sony. That's just Sony, bro. Like, you say what you want to say. Oh, their games are just one and done. But hey, trust me, the first time you play their games, you're just blown away by the production. Say what you want to say. Oh, their games are just movies and things of that nature. If their games are just movies, and I think the hypocrisy is real in gaming at this point, because you have Xbox fanboys, they talk down on Sony games, saying that they're one and done. Oh, there's just too much cinematics, it's less gameplay. But why is it every single time a lot of Xbox fans get so butthurt because they want these same one and done games, these same movie type games? Because I mean, obviously this narrative has been going around basically stating that, listen, PlayStation games, you don't play them, you watch them, right? So why would you want PlayStation games on Xbox? I mean, people are crying about Spider-Man, crying about Wolverine, crying about Final Fantasy 16 and all these type of games, when we both know, especially in the RPG realm, that you guys don't even care about Final Fantasy like that. And it's crazy. We were crying about Spider-Man and Wolverine. Half of you dudes don't even really care. Y'all rip Spider-Man a new one. Oh, it's just the same thing. You're just swinging through New York or whatever. There's nothing new there. But just wait. Just wait until Spider-Man 2 is revealed. I am telling you right now, a lot of PS5s will be sold. Trust me, a lot of people from the Xbox side will be diverting over to the blue side. That's just the way it is. Quality games bring new gamers, okay? And so this is the same thing with about Ghost of Tsushima 2 here, is that there's a lot of hype level that is around this game right now, and it's going to be taking center stage. Like, I do believe that they might be showing off maybe about 3 or 4 minutes of this game, just giving us a quick gameplay trailer. Now, when do I think this game is coming out? Ghost 2. I would say that this game will be dropping late 2024, possibly early 2025 is when we can expect Ghost of Tsushima 2 at this point, considering we have another game on the heels that is getting ready to drop next year, which is Rise of the Ronin. And so, yeah, I would expect Ghost 2 to possibly drop end of next year or early 2025 at this point. But the hype level is definitely real for Ghost 2. Shouts to the Resident Evil creator for checking out the game and things of that nature, because it just goes to show you, man, that, you know, Sony games once again raises the bar. And this is what he said really quickly here. He says, it's been quite a while since it was released, but I completed Ghost of Tsushima and it was a lot of fun. The last part was great. Oh boy, no spoilers there, but the last part of Ghost of Tsushima was phenomenal, most definitely. So if you haven't checked out the director's cut, I think it's safe to say that that's the definitive way to play on the game or on the PS5. Like, you know, not the PS4 version, but the PS5 version. The director's cut is the way to go. And if you haven't picked up a PS5 yet, you should put that game in one of your carts or whatever it is to check it out. All right, Marlon, let's get to the next topic. Holy freaking cow. Ah, man. A storm is coming. Woo! Woo! Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Sony got too much bangers, bro. Sony got too much quality games, bro. What is it you're talking about, Marlon? You ready for it? Let's go, baby. Death Stranding 2. Now, why are you talking about Death Stranding 2? Listen, just to kind of talk about everything that we know so far. Now, the last time we got anything on Death Stranding 2, yeah, we're talking about Unreal Engine metahuman technology. Yeah, that is going to be taking advantage of Death Stranding 2. And let me tell you, with that metahuman technology, it's mind-blowing. Unreal Engine 5, I think it's what, at 5.3 right now. Insane with that metahuman technology. Crazy. All right. And obviously we know right now Death Stranding 2, that's PS5 only, and that's going to be crazy. And expect that game to make some sort of appearance at the PS5 showcase as well. So do not sleep. I said Sony just got too many bangers. Say what you want to say about Death Stranding, but that game is going to blow people away. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mr. Sam Bridges is going to be back at it again. Crazy, 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 man. Listen, guys, crazy stuff happening here. Now, why are we talking about this game in capacity? Let's talk about it, because this right here gets me excited. So we have one of the actresses that is working on Death Stranding 2, Ellie Fanning. And Ellie Fanning right now, I mean, she's not trying to give away too much, but it just really goes to show you that the hype level for this game is literally through the roof. So Ellie Fanning talks Death Stranding 2, says her gamer friends reckon it's the best thing I've ever done. Oh, a storm is coming. Woo! The hype is coming. Woo! Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey,
this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sonic pony, you need to get...
Yo, listen. The hype level is already through the roof when it comes to the PS5 showcase. So speaking during an interview with Josh Horazit, if I'm saying his last name correctly, Death Stranding 2 actress Ellie Fanning discussed her work in the upcoming Hideo Kojima directed sequel, admitted, oh my God, admitted, right, that she is not a gamer and definitely going to play Death Stranding 2. So admitted her gamer friends are more than a little hype. She's involved in the project. Oddly enough, she also said that Kojima-san sent her a PS3. Now, obviously, she meant a PS5 and not a PS3. PS3, come on, man, it's 2023. Are we talking about PS3? That's how you know that she's not a gamer, but that was kind of funny though, right? Obviously, that was a mistake on her part. She meant to say PS5. She said, how else is she going to be able to play Death Stranding 2? Regardless, it's clear that Fanning is more than a little excited about the project. So, I mean, at this point, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Death Stranding 2. This game is currently in development for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 only. So expect top-notch graphics, gameplay, FPS in terms of the frames per second. All of that stuff. We know how Kojima is. It's going to be crazy, man. I'm telling you, this year, this PS5 showcase, PlayStation fans will be eaten so good that they're going to forget about the bad times of not eating too good. You know what I mean? That anybody else in gaming besides Nintendo fans, I mean, people are still eating good off that Zelda right now, but PlayStation fans, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, just wait. They're going to be eating real good coming up really soon here. Let's get it popping. Woo! What we talk about on this channel, baby, high quality games. High quality. We need to demand better. And at this point right now, the bar has been set once again by Sony and their partners. For the most part, right? I mean, there's a couple pitfalls here and there when it comes to their partnership and things like that. Nothing is perfect, and nobody is saying that anything is perfect here. But let's talk about these more high quality games and experiences that are coming to the PlayStation 5. Again, the hype level is definitely real. Now, a couple things I wanted to talk about before we get off into the high quality PS5 goodness, because yeah, you're spending $70. Why not demand for more high quality games? Sony is no stranger to this. They have been cranking out nothing but high quality games for the most part. That's why I say for the most part, because there are some games that some people would say, well, that wasn't high quality, this was buggy, glitchy, whatever the case may be. But there weren't really drastic issues to the point where it's like unplayable or frames is dropping way too low or anything like that. But for the most part, high quality stuff. I mean, they have a huge track record with that. And so let's talk about this, because this is very, very important to PlayStation fans. And sorry if you're watching and you're an Xbox fan, this is a majority PlayStation stream, but we got some Xbox stuff, so stay around. All right, let's talk about this, because this is very, very important, right, when it comes to their partners. And expect to see that in the PS5 showcase as well. Games from their third-party partners, right? And that is very, very important to PlayStation. It is not just the indie games. It is not just the first-party and the second-party stuff and PlayStation Plus stuff and the cloud and the mobile stuff. Nah, player. It's the third-party games. Third-party games are a big, big piece of why Sony is still floating right now. I mean, let's not get into the COD situation. COD makes up a big bulk of their revenue and things of that nature. So it's very, very important that these games continue to remain at a high quality. And so what are we talking about? Why are we talking about high quality games, Marlon? Okay, I'll tell you why we're talking about high quality games. Buckle up, put on your seatbelt, because we're in the Corvette right now and we fixing to go full speed. Now, a lot of people will say that, well, Marlon, Forspoken was garbage. I would not say that it was garbage. I would say that it was a very okay game. It's an okay, right? I'm not saying that it was great. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't a masterpiece. It was okay. It was an okay game. It was about a 7 out of 10 at best. It's okay. All right. Now, ever since then, right, a lot of people have been clowning on Sony, saying that, oh, Sony put out this garbage, blah, blah, blah. Well, Sony cannot control what Square Enix does with their games, right? They just partner up with them. And, hey, you know, Sony don't have the same quality control like they do with their first-party games. Now, this is a third-party game. Now, granted, obviously, Square Enix has learned their lesson, because truth be told, looking at Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 16 looks amazing at this point. And a lot of people cannot wait for June 22nd to be here so they could get their hands, their paws on the controller to play Final Fantasy 16. Now, something else, one of Sony's biggest third-party partners is Square Enix, right? A lot of Xbox fans throw stones at Square Enix. Why you don't put more games on Xbox? That's because the games that Square Enix been putting out since day one perform better on PlayStation. That's just the proven fact. That's just the way it is. Now, let's talk about the high quality stuff that is going to be coming to the PlayStation 5, because a lot of the Square Enix stuff, especially when it comes to Final Fantasy, and a lot of the newer stuff that they're going to be having is going to be, you know, tied to the PlayStation 5. And so we really want to talk about this because this is very, very important. So it says right here, now this is coming from pushsquare.com. Thank you so much for the member. I will definitely take a look at that in just a second. Let's get the news out the way for the people. So Square Enix wants to release more higher quality games, starting with Final Fantasy 16. Again, the bar has been set after the whole Forspoken debacle, which the DLC actually looks pretty good, by the way. But after the whole, you know, media backlash and all this type of stuff pertaining to Forspoken, you know, they pushed the bar, raised the bar up even higher with Final Fantasy 16. And now Square Enix is saying that higher quality games are going to be coming. Obviously, right now, they're pushing the envelope. They have big ambitions right now. And I think, yeah. Right at this moment, that's what people really want to see, especially when it comes to the PlayStation 5, considering them and Square are big partners. Now, it says right here, speaking as a part of the financial briefing, the firm indicated its intent to alter its strategy moving forwards, focusing on more major releases with high quality and global appeal, which is very, very important. The higher the quality of the game, well, the better it is for you, because everybody's charging $70 right now. And I think that's very, very important. Also, while that may seem like a fairly obvious direction for the legendary Japanese organization to adapt, it's probably fair to say it hasn't really been executing on it as of late. Now, obviously, there's tons of stuff that we could actually go over, but they're saying that moving forward, it does have some pretty mammoth releases in production. Obviously, the next month's Final Fantasy 16 is going to be Titanic launch, but beyond that, they obviously have Final Fantasy 7 remake, which is the Rebirth edition of it, which is a sequel to Final Fantasy 7 remake. They have the legendary Kingdom Hearts 4 that is currently in development. So they got a lot of bangers that they have cooked up. Plus, they're expanding their studios, and they have tons of new IPs that they're actually working on right now. And this is really, really huge because, man, we could see more and more higher quality games like Final Fantasy 16 from Square Enix on the PlayStation 5. Yes, sir. All right. Yo, Chuck. We got Chuck. Thank you so much, Chuck. Welcome to the elite part of the nation, baby. Put some respect on Chuck the Wise name. Yes, sir. Make sure you go to the community tab. Add me on PlayStation. Yeah. So we could chop it up, Xbox, whatever you play on. Let's chop it up, man. Thank you so much for becoming a member. If anybody is feeling led to do some gifted subs or anything like that for the members, that is definitely much appreciated. All right, let's move on along. Let's talk about something here that we should all be talking about, right? Because every publisher at this point, Sony was the first one to do this, and then everybody else afterwards, right? So let's talk about Sega, because everybody's been saying, oh, yeah, Microsoft need to buy Sega next. Really? Just leave Sega where they're at, please. Let's leave Sega where they're at. Let's talk about Sega right now, because why are we talking about Sega? I'll tell you guys why we're talking about Sega, okay? Hang on to your seat, boys. All right, Sega. Well, Sega is throwing their hat into the arena. $70. Ask yourselves, will you pay $70 for Sega games? That's for you guys to decide. That's for the consumers to decide. That's for the gamers to decide. Not me, you guys. So Sega suggests it could become the latest publisher to raise game prices to $70. Company to review the prices of titles that we believe are commensurate with price increases. And so this is very, very interesting. And I'm guessing they're going to pick and choose what game they're going to be charging $70 for? Because here's the thing, bro. Not every single game that these publishers are charging $70 for is worth $70. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Half of these games are coming out unfinished, buggy, glitchy, unplayable at times, low FPS, dropping below the target FPS. I mean, it's a shame at this point. I mean, we had Ubisoft, one of their first $70 games at this point is Skull and Bones. And I looked at Skull and Bones. I'm like, this is just a rewashed of Sea of Thieves. And Sea of Thieves wasn't even that great, in my opinion. And so now, yeah, $70, Sega, really? Okay, we will see. Just know, Sega, if you're going to be charging us $70 freaking dollars, that simply means the quality better go up, or else it's going to be a dumpster fire of a situation if you do not step up the quality, because the same thing rules apply to Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony, right? You got to uphold quality. Give us things that we wasn't getting before when we were paying $60. It's simple as that. It's cut and dry. Now, we obviously have Sega CEO here, and literally coming out during a Q&A session, says in the global marketplace, AAA game titles for console have been sold at $59.99. Now, that's obviously for many years, but titles sold at $69.99 have appeared in the last year. And so this is actually coming from their newly published English transcript of the event. He said that we would like to review the prices of titles that we believe obviously could commensurate with prices increasing, and obviously they want to keep their eyes on the conditions. And so you better keep your eyes on it, because don't put out garbage at $70, or else we're gonna call you out, or else we're gonna demand better. I don't care if you're a Sega fanboy or whatever the case may be, call them out. They dropped the ball, especially the last Sonic game. They almost dropped the ball on. I mean, it got a little bit better. I mean, they were listening to the fans or whatever, but I wouldn't pay $70 for a Sonic game. I'm sorry. As much as I love Sonic and grew up playing Sonic, I wouldn't pay $70 for that. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry right now. Unless the production increases and we're seeing something completely different, it's just not going to happen for me. But let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section, because all the big players in the game right now throwing their $70 hat into the arena in hopes that they can reel you in. All right, let's go ahead here and let's dial into our next topic at hand. If you are enjoying the content at hand, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that post notification bell. Let's get it. Xbox boys, let's get it on, man. This is for y'all, man. If y'all been waiting on this, which a lot of you dudes was making fun of this game anyway, so I don't really expect you guys to be hype or this is a huge W for Xbox fans, because yeah, like I said before, they like to rip apart a lot of games, especially like this, a lot of Sony games, right? Because they're one and done. Anyways, let's move along. And this is coming from VGC.com. An Xbox version of Stray is rated by the ESRB. So that simply means it's coming to Xbox. So a lot of you dudes, a lot of you Xbox dudes that love cats and stuff like that, well, you got your wish, right? You got your wish, which I remember when Stray came out for the PS5, a lot of you dudes was making fun of Stray, garbage game, not really into cats and things of that nature. So we're going to see how you guys are going to damage control this situation. Anyways, the critically acclaimed cat adventure game was a PlayStation console exclusive. Now, as originally spotted by Twitter user Macos380, the game is listed as one of the most recent ratings on the ESRB site and lists Xbox One, Xbox Series as formats. Now, this suggests that an announcement for an Xbox version of the game is imminent. So there you go, boys. Yeah, get your cat food ready. because Stray is coming to a house near you, right? Maybe even your house. I don't even freaking know. So yeah. Come on. Get it popping. What do you guys think? Are you hyped for Stray on Xbox? Maybe getting slapped into Game Pass? We will see on that one. All right, let's go ahead here. Let's turn up the heat just a little bit here, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoying the show so far. So couple things that I really wanted to sort of highlight here. And this is why I say Sony got to be very careful. They got to be very, very careful. I mean, almost as if like a cat is walking on hot lava. Okay, you got to be freaking careful right now. Can't step too far or too deep into the lava, or else you know what's going to happen there. And that, my friends, we're talking about their live service approach, because once again, there's another PS5 game that is up in smokes right now. And that game, we call about Blood Hunt, right, is literally abandoned. Okay, we're not talking about the game Abandoned, okay, from that garbage developer. We're just not going to say no names right now. What a joke. What a freaking joke at this point. But we have another live service game that is just deserted at this point. And the developer is moving on to something else. So this is why I say, Sony, you got to be careful with your live service games. You got to make sure that your live service games are going to be bangers. I mean, everybody right now in their right mind is expecting Twisted Metal to make a return. Clearly, we're getting the TV show here with Anthony Mackie, and a lot of people are saying, after they look at the trailer, they're like, I have mixed feelings about it. But this could be a very good possibility that we could be getting Twisted Metal maybe this year, the reboot to the franchise this year, or maybe next year. I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see. And we could throw that into the mix of live service games that we could be seeing from PlayStation. And so please, Sony, please, I know you already came out with a statement basically saying that you want to do things different than Fortnite and Destiny and things of that nature. So please, I hope that is true, because we're tired of the Fortnites and we're tired of the freaking Destinies of the world, and especially the Call of Duties of the world. We need something fresh as gamers. I mean, if you're going to throw your hat into the arena and say, oh, well, yeah, we're going to develop something even better, and yeah. Okay, that's completely fine, right? But at the same time, make sure that you keep the gamer at the center of the experience, to the point where they don't drop the controller. All right, we don't want people putting down the controller and walking away, or saying that your live service game is a dumpster fire, because we know that's going to make a have some big presence at your PS5 showcase. Just don't show too many freaking live service games, because that's going to be very annoying. But I know you got to, because you got about, what, 11 of them that you're fixing to drop between now and 2026. So you don't have a lot of time, but please show us new IPs mixed in with the sequels that we are expecting from you as well. Please, Sony, raise the bar, because as of late in these gaming streets, it's getting real lonely out here and very cold. All right, let's go ahead here and let's switch a little bit of gears here. Just a little heads up on some of the titles that we could expect off the rip in the PS5 showcase. So a couple things here. Now, this is coming from Rhino the Bouncer out on Twitter. Beautiful set piece here. Actually love it, because it just falls into the standard of what we're expecting. Now, Jeff Grubb was actually trolling out on Twitter pertaining to the PS5 showcase. And let's just say at this point, man, you know how it goes. Things are subject to change, but I'm telling you, if Jeff Grubb is wrong about this one, a lot of people are going to be salty. That's why there's not enough clout in the world for me to go full-blown insider. I just don't want that type of attention on my back. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it in my radar. I don't even care for it, because if you're wrong about something, people are going to come after you. They're going to call you a fraud, waste of time, liar, all this type of thing. I ain't got time for all that. So even if I know something that's going on, I'm shutting my mouth, because the element of silence is the ultimate surprise, baby. Let's get it popping. I know what time it is. Let's go. So, listen, Listen, PlayStation fans, you already know the deal. You know what I'm saying? We want to be surprised. We don't want everything to be spoiled. We don't want to know everything. The only thing that we want to know as PlayStation fans right now is when the showcase is going to happen, right? Sony dropped the showcase date already. When is it going to happen? Make a tweet. Make it happen right now. That's all PlayStation fans care about. Listen, I don't want nothing to be spoiled for me. So it's cool that a lot of these PlayStation quote unquote insiders are drying up at this point because, you know, Sony can do things out of spite. Like, oh yeah, the snitch. Yeah. You think that it's going to happen June 1st? Oh, no, we're going to change the date to June 21st. Like, I mean, Sony could very well do that. You know what I mean? And just automatically just destroy these insiders. So again, let's leave that where it's at. Let's move on to a couple heads up here. As far as what could be at the showcase. So first on the list, obviously Ghost of Tsushima 2. We talked about that game on the show today. Death Stranding 2. We talked about that as well. The Last of Us multiplayer. We just talked about that as well. Naughty Dog new IP. That could be a possibility as well. Sony Santa Monica new IP. We talked about that as well. I just don't think that's going to be there. I'm just going to be honest with you and keep it a buck with you guys. God of War Atreus spinoff. That could be a possibility. You see what I'm saying? Sony just have a pattern with their studios of working on multiple new IPs. So on this list, it's basically saying God of War Atreus spinoff, and it's saying Sony Santa Monica new IP. Pragmata gameplay trailer. Now, we haven't seen anything for Pragmata in what, like almost 3 years at this point? Or maybe if I'm mistaken, remind me in the chat. It's been a hot minute since we've got anything on Pragmata. So apparently we're supposed to be getting the gameplay trailer there. I think that's one a little bit safe to say on that one. Silent Hill 2 gameplay. Yeah, we could get a little bit more on Silent Hill 2. Obviously, release date. That's what people really want. We know it's slated for this year. Stellar Blade. That's another PS5 exclusive here that's supposed to be dropping. Obviously, we're going to get a release date for that. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 gameplay trailer. Woohoo, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, it's safe to say we're going to get at least 5 minutes, 6-7 minutes of Spider-Man 2. And obviously, we're probably going to get a state of play out of the showcase to kind of go more in depth with a lot of the new gameplay mechanics, graphics, story, characters, all that type of stuff. Maybe a 15-20 minute type of, you know, ordeal. We'll see what actually happens on that. But definitely Spider-Man 2 is looking like it's going to be a highlight reel there. Also, Wolverine. Woo! Oh, shoot. Listen. I saw something, all right? I saw something pertaining to Wolverine. Now, this is crazy. Now that I'm saying this is crazy, bro, because here is the thing. So we know Insomniac, they I don't know how they do it. They're literally like wizards. I'll get to your membership comment in just a second. They're literally wizards right now. Their workhorses. Like, I don't understand. I mean, they develop these games so fast. Like, it's crazy. So I know that Spider-Man 2 is going to be taking center stage, but there could be a chance of Wolverine being there as well. And possibly, I'll say maybe a quick gameplay trailer just to kind of show off the progress of the game. And man, that's going to be, I'm going to lose it. I'm already, oh my God. You know what? Let me say this right now, because I'm a visualizing type of person. Like, I like to visualize things when I'm imagining it. And imagine seeing I was about to say Wolfenstein. Oh, Microsoft, stop playing. You better show us Wolfenstein 3 and stop playing games with us. Indiana Jones, stop playing, Microsoft. Stop playing. If this rumor is to be true, Microsoft, you better bring the heat, and we ain't playing with you. Now, let's get off of Microsoft case. Let's jump back on Sony's case. Now, Wolverine, I have this hunch that one of the craziest gameplay elements of this game is like when Wolverine just goes full Wolverine mode, right? And he's just like, just stabbing, just going like this, like stabbing, and it's just like in slow motion. And you see some sort of like X-ray vision type of stuff, bones breaking, and flesh just it's gonna be crazy. Do y'all understand how crazy this game is gonna be? Let me stop. Final Fantasy 16. So last Final Fantasy 16 ordeal, like a launch trailer or whatever the case may be, expect that to apparently make a appearance at the show. So yeah, guys, there you have it. This wraps up the main show. Give me some fire emotes, like, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell if you enjoy this heat. And Sony will be bringing the storm and the hype train. Let's get it popping. Yeah. So we got that hip. Yeah. Says we haven't gotten anything from Pragmata in 2 years. Last trailer was June 11th, 2020. Yeah. Hopefully some gameplay soon. Exactly. Did you guys enjoy the main show? Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I think the PS5 showcase announcement is imminent at this point, and Sony will be bringing the hammer. They'll be going berserk. They'll be going Wolverine on the industry at this point. And so a storm is definitely coming. Sony is bringing the storm, and I don't even think the industry is even ready for that storm, okay? So come in with your super chats if you have any questions to support our show, if you do enjoy what we do here, or if you want to consider becoming a member. It definitely does help us out so that we can continue to do these high quality shows for you guys. All right, so let me know how I did today. Come in with your questions, tag me, super chat me, whatever. Let's get right into it. Let's get it popping. All right, let's transition the screen over here. How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? How do you guys feel about your PS5? I want everybody in here to tell me, how do you feel about your PS5, man? Listen, we know the PS5 is not perfect. We know that the PS5 is lacking certain features and capabilities that you guys want. But how do you guys feel about your PS5? I mean, November coming up is going to be 3 years. Do you feel good about your PS5? I know I do, because I play it more than anything else. I play it more than my Switch. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would say my PS5 was well worth it. Great investment back in November of 2020. Yeah. Yeah. Man, listen, you know, to keep it a buck with you guys, and this is off the rip, like, we ain't holding the line no more for Microsoft. I think if the rumor is true about what we've been hearing about Microsoft, not giving us that 12-month roadmap anymore, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be interesting, because if we see Indiana Jones or if Hellblade 2 gets announced, not announced, but, well, get announced for this year in terms of release, oh man, that's gonna be crazy. That will be a massive silent drop. It says, I'm having a blast with my PS5. I've enjoyed the launch much more than the PS4. My man, how long do you think the show will be? I'll say probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, because they're also going to be showing new hardware apparently, so that might take up a little bit of time as well. It says it's not perfect, but it's Moonlanding said it's not perfect, but it's a good backup machine. Not quite worth $500 though. Okay. I appreciate your opinion. Moonlanding. I appreciate your opinion. I mean, if you think that the PS5 is not worth $500, hey, I appreciate your opinion, man. To each his own. You know what I mean? Maybe you might think the PS5 is not that good of a machine, and you think the Series X is just better, and what Microsoft is doing is better. Hey, man, each his own. Let's see here. Larry K, what's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate the love. Andre B says, I am not disappointed with buying a PS5. Me either, bro. I love my PS5. Happy with my PS5. Can't complain. 100. Facts. All facts. What's good, Big S? What's up, man? How you doing? Crazy Lou says PS5 is fire. Let's see here. This is plus. I love the DualSense controller Pro. You love the DualSense Edge. Yes, sir. DualSense Edge is fire. Just the battery. Richard says, Marlon, my PS5 is doing what it said out the box. No complaints from me. It's a monster of a machine. Eats Xboxes for breakfast. Ha ha. Oh, that's funny. Says, I feel like Indiana Jones and the Transformer game will get more trailers once their movie releases. Man, I would love to see Indiana Jones at the Xbox showcase, but you know, we'll see what actually happens on that one, right? I mean, we'll see what actually happens. Let's see here. It says, getting my son his PS5 soon. Hey, Angel, so happy to hear that, man. Let's get it popping. Make sure you guys smash up that like button, guys. Let's see if we can get over 400 likes. We've been crushing it on the likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new and turn on that post notification bell. It's very important that you do so if you love the content here. Come in with your super chats. Come in with your questions. I appreciate y'all. All right, let's get it. What else we have? Contemplating on the PSVR or Ally. Now, let me say this. I would wait until the PS5 showcase because at this point, right now, it's at a pause right now for PSVR 2. It's at a pause right now for the PS5 when it comes to PSVR 2. There's tons of stuff in development for PSVR 2. So I'll wait until the PS5 showcase to make a purchase decision, because if the games that are already out for PSVR 2 is not really captivating your mind, then I'll wait for the showcase to happen. Let's see here. It says PS5 purchase was worth it. My first PlayStation since the PS2. It's back catalog for me. Games I missed in the PS4 era. Hey, my man. Thank you so much for the first donation of the show. I appreciate it. God bless. God bless. OG Gaming always coming through, man. Always coming through. Thank you so much. Keep the super chats coming. The hype for the super chats. Hey. Yeah. So the DualSense is legendary. Only things I want is improvements to the UI, dynamic themes, and also the game's themed faceplate. Oh yeah, for sure. Most definitely it's gonna happen, bro. I mean, we already had somebody from Sony when it comes to product development was talking about that like 3 years ago, saying that they were working on that. I mean, it's well overdue now. So we'll see, man. I mean, I really would want to see the first truly limited edition PlayStation 5. This is waiting on the showcase to make a decision on a console. Really? Okay. Well, that's smart. That's smart. Oh, we got another super chat. Hype Train. Hey. Hype Train, baby. Larry K, thank you for the $1, man. Hey, every super chat gets a Hype Train, baby. Let's go. It's over 9,000, baby. Jeff Grubb said, keep an eye Thursday, May 18th for the showcase announcement. That's what he said? No. He did not say that. He did not say that. Bro, I'm telling you, I hope he's correct. I know he's been correct in the past, but man, over 9,000. To stick your neck out like that, bruh, I am telling you, man, I don't even know. I don't even freaking know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't even freaking know. Like, I mean, that's a bold thing. I mean, tag me, guys. Tag me and I'll pull it up. That's a bold thing to even say. You know what I mean? I mean, that will be awesome. On the 18th, that's in another 2 days. Man, I'm telling you, the 18th comes around and we don't get a PS5 showcase announcement, that's going to be tough. That's going to be really tough. That's not going to be looking too good. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Says I'll be ready for a Kingdom Hearts 4. Let me see in the chat right now. How many of you guys are waiting on a PS5 showcase before you buy a PS5? Let me see that in the chat right now. Jeff Grubb said the 25th, not the 18th. Well, he said announcement, apparently announcement. So unless people are trolling. All right, let me see in the chat right now. How many of you guys are waiting on a PS5 showcase before you make a purchase decision on a PS5? Yes, yes, yes. Showcase. Can't wait for Silent Hill 2. It says, I'll buy another PS5 if I like what I see in the showcase just to support PlayStation. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. What's this? BMK Smoke says MK12. Oh yeah, MK12 is gonna be crazy, bro. Yeah. They're quiet. They're very, very quiet. And anytime they're quiet, trust me, that's when they strike. It says it says it will be another one. Okay. It says, I believe that the PS5 showcase is this month. Man, I hope so, man. I hope so. It says, I'm waiting for a PS5 Pro to get my second PS5. Oh, so you're not going to buy the PS5 Slim or the diskless PS5 with the detachable disk drive? It says, I want to see one of the live service games. Yeah, well, we might see Factions 2 or maybe Twisted Metal at this point. Yes, the hammer is hot. Most definitely. The hammer is definitely hot. Yeah, I mean, it's guys, it's a lot of things that is brewing up right now. It says PS5 Pro announcement would be mind-blowing. Oh, yeah. Another super chat. God bless. Woo! Hype train, hype train. Yeah. Says Metal Gear Solid 3 remake when? Ah, man. Apparently, it's going to be at the showcase. I mean, we have a lot of insiders right now that is saying PS5 showcase. Man, we get Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, a new mainline Metal Gear Solid game, and basically MGS1 in the same stream. Oh man, that would be legendary. I mean, it will be legendary at this point. Too legendary at this point. I mean, the internet will break. It said the PS5 Slim would likely to be in mind-blowing as well. Okay, gotcha. George, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. If you guys like the stream so far, man, don't hesitate to share the stream. If you do enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, turn on that post notification bell, smash up that like button. Over 400 likes if you do enjoy what we do here, and keep doing what we're doing here full time. Don't hesitate to share a super chat or, hey, share some free subs, you know, with the membership if you guys want to do so. All right, back in the course here. Do you think The Last of Us Factions 2 will also come out on PC day and date since it's multiplayer? I don't think so. Maybe, I would say maybe after a year or two. Yeah, I mean, it all depends. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, you never know with Sony. You never know with Sony. It says, as much as we want a showcase, I can see it being mid to end of June because they may not want to do too much. Oh yeah, take too much attention off of Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, come on, man, it's well overdue at this point, right? I get that, but I don't even think, I mean, people who are going to buy Final Fantasy 16, think about it. People who are going to buy Final Fantasy 16 is going to buy Final Fantasy 16, regardless of seeing Spider-Man 2, regardless of seeing Wolverine and everything else. Like, the more the merrier at this point. Like, don't sit there and hold out till the end of June just to give us a PS5 showcase. I mean, if that's the point, then we might not get a showcase until freaking July. You know what I mean? If that's the point, because the game is coming out, what, June the 22nd? Come on, man. Everybody is doing a showcase. Everybody is doing an event, and you're not doing nothing. That's just not good. You know what I mean? Like, how long is you going to hold off for? Plus, too, you need to get the hype train going for Spider-Man 2. So you're going to wait until July to start promoting Spider-Man 2? Come on, man. That's nonsense. PS9. Oh, my God. We're jumping 3 generations, 4 generations at this point. Nah, bruh. Come on, man. It says, is Factions 2 the new open world multiplayer game they're making? Yes. 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 It says the showcase will not take eyes off. Exactly. It will not take eyes off of Final Fantasy 16. Listen, whoever is going to buy Final Fantasy 16 is going to buy it, regardless of the fact. You know what I mean? Nobody is going to sit there and be like, oh, well, I'm not buying Final Fantasy 16 because, Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine and Ghost of Tsushima 2 and all these other games. Like, no, bro. Like, people are going to buy Final Fantasy 16 regardless, but I get that could be a thing as well. Oh, doing good, George. Just here on the grind as usual, you know. Yeah. This is Marlon. I got the flu, so I'm stuck at home. Thanks for the stream today. Oh, man, I'm so happy to... Yo, Crazy Lou with the $2. Get that hype train going, Marlon. Hey. Hey. Crazy Lou, thank you for the $2. Keep the super chats coming, as they do help us to keep the lights on and keep us doing what we do here for you guys. It's over 9,000, baby. Says, I'm buying Final Fantasy 16 regardless. For sure. Most definitely. I mean, that's what I said. Like, that's not going to really put a fork in the road for people. Moon Landon says, until PS5 shows me something on the level of Hellblade 2, they will always have to sleep in the basement in my house. Hellblade 2 is the new standard. Oh, wow. So, in that case, I'm guessing Burning Shores wasn't enough for you. I'm guessing... Ratchet and Clank wasn't good enough for you. I'm guessing Demon Souls wasn't good enough for you. I'm guessing Miles Morales wasn't good enough for you. I mean, wow, at this point, I guess in God of War Ragnarok wasn't good enough for you. So, okay. So I guess you're holding them to that high standard of Hellblade 2. Well, what are you going to say when you see Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine and Ghost of Tsushima 2 and those games are going to be built with the PlayStation 5 in mind. So, okay. We will see. We will see if Hellblade 2 is going to hold up. You know, like when we first saw the actual gameplay for the game. We'll see. We will see, man. We will see. He said, if I'm saying that those games, I mean, Ratchet and Clank looks incredible. Ratchet and Clank looks like a Pixar movie. I mean, look at Horizon Burning Shores. You don't think Horizon Burning Shores look amazing? Come on, man. Come on. Seriously. Yo, like the ending part of Burning Shores is literally next generation. Like, you see that boss fight, that ending boss fight for Horizon Burning Shores. That is, man, truly next generation. Like, graphics wise, man, that is through the roof. Like, it's insane. Trust me. It says Microsoft can't be trusted with any game. Laugh out loud, even Hellblade 2. Man, I mean, Hellblade 2, don't listen, don't get it twisted. Hellblade 2 looks amazing. But I need to see Hellblade 2, right? I need to see Hellblade 2 running. Again, running on Series X. I don't want to see it running on PC. I need to see that game running on Series X. If the game remotely looks the same way we saw it, back in 2019 or whatever? Like, listen, bro. At this point, like, yo, don't waste our time. You know what I'm saying? Like show us the game running on the Series X and we'll be good to go. All right, taking some more questions. This is Ratchet and Clank graphics is impressed me so much, bro. Ratchet and Clank is amazing. By the way, check it out. Check it out if you have PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium. Listen, you guys owe it to yourself. If you just bought a PS5 and you're scratching your head and you really want to see that true next generation experience, play Ratchet and Clank. I'm telling you, the world shifting mechanics is amazing. And that's going to be apparently implemented into Spider-Man 2. Oh my God, where you going into different dimensions, different worlds in not even a second. No loading, nothing. In just a split second, you're into a whole nother dimension. That is insane, right? And that bar, Insomniac Games have raised that bar. So check it out, man. Check it out. Check out Ratchet and Clank on PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium. Wilson says, yo, Marlon, that last boss on Burning Shores Extreme, just imagine versus Nemesis. Oh, man. Insane. I'm telling you, that last boss, oh, my God, man. Ground freaking breaking. Like, it's just, man, the bar. Once again, Hollow. What's up, Hollow? Appreciate the love, man. Smash up that like button for me, guys. Yeah. See if we get over 400 likes. Again, if you have any questions, any concerns, feel free to super chat away. Appreciate you guys. Says, I think PlayStation name will adopt Roman numerals in its name at some point. We'll see. I mean, that could be a possibility. Says, I've played Burning Shores, but just looking at it, it's impressive. But come on, I'm saying my wife thought Hellblade 2 was an actual new series on Netflix. See? Proves my point, Moon. Proves my point. A lot of these Xbox dudes are saying Sony games are movies, right? And we supposed to be playing video games, not watching movies, right? And Hellblade 2, I mean, what is Hellblade 2 at this point? Most people would say it's a movie. Yeah, I mean, it's literally a freaking movie. When we saw that gameplay for the game, like the gameplay review, we didn't see no button prompts or nothing like that. Like, I mean, that's a movie to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Unreal metahuman technology with the face and all that. I mean, Hellblade 2 looks insane, bro. I mean, it looks insane. Insane. You know what I mean? Like, I was one of the ones that was like, man, go Xbox, go. This is what I'm talking about. You don't believe me? Go back to type in Hellblade 2 on my channel, right? And you can see for yourself. Oh my God, roundtable member. OG Gaming, you are the top stream donator. I don't think anybody right now can top OG Gaming, man. He is at the top with the big 20, with the silent 20. Says, I'll wait to see what Microsoft does on their event before I go into doom and gloom. Burning Shores didn't rate that well. He says, look good though, man. Burning Shores, oh my God, bro. Burning Shores, incredible. Incredible, bro. Incredible. I mean, like, he says Hellblade is garbage. Hey, you know what? Maybe Hellblade is not for you. Now, I'll say this about Hellblade. The only thing I did not like about the original Hellblade was too many puzzles. Less gameplay, right? And more puzzles. Like, it was so many puzzles in there. And that was a major complaint. And apparently they're going to be fixing that. You know what I mean? Less puzzles and more gameplay, more action and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, man, Hellblade 2 was running on PC, bro. Like, come this showcase, this Xbox showcase, on June 11th, they better blow us away. I better see Hellblade 2 saying running on Series X, right? But that should be the game. That should be the game that people can look at and say, yes, oh my God, yes, woo, I'm buying a Series X. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or Perfect Dark, or State of Decay 3, or, man, the next Gears is going to be bunkers at this point, because we know the coalition. I heard that Cliffy B is trying to throw his hat into the arena for Gears again. I think Cliffy B is a very important part of Gears. You know what I mean? DNA. I mean, it started with Cliffy B, but I would definitely say, man, Microsoft got so many IPs, so many good IPs to really blow us away. Oh, there, Sony bringing the storm. Didn't we see Redfall running on Xbox and it looked better than and then all of a sudden was trash? Well, there you go. But I think the biggest thing, bro, is that what we want as Xbox fans is that we want to see the games saying running on Series X. That's the biggest thing for Xbox at this point. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest takeaway. Hellblade 2 is not a game. It's a movie, because there was no button prompt and nobody was playing it. Oh, God. That's what I'm saying. Because the Xbox fan base, they were like, oh, yeah, Sony games. Oh, yeah. Sony games are just movies. You know what I mean? They're just movies. They're just cinematic movies. Ninja Theory and Microsoft use half their Hellblade 2 budget on that CGI. Yo, that CGI, yo, I'm telling you, it looks amazing, bro. It looks amazing. I'm telling you guys right now. Amazing. Says, I guess going to the store is out of the question. I didn't know. Yeah. The rain. Oh, the rain. The rain is bad today. And you see what I have in my title, right? Sony bringing the storm. And that's literally what's going on right now. It's a storm outside. Says, oh my God, Marlon, I play Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores on a old Vizio 3D 1080p TV. It looks clear at 120. Hey, let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Guys, we're literally under a month now from the Xbox Showcase. So, Chauncey, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. If you are brand new to the channel, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell if you do love hanging out with us. You know what I mean? Considering super chatting us. If you do enjoy the content, that helps us support us and everything like that. Now, what do you guys think about Starfield? Starfield. Quick. Starfield. What do you guys think about Starfield? That's right, Starfield. Now, I don't know, man. I'm still mixed on Starfield at this point. I'm still mixed on Starfield, man. Starfield better. Somebody, Hollow said Star trash. Man, listen, bro. Starfield better blow me away, dog. Starfield better blow me away. That the quality of that game better be up there, man. That's all I gotta say. 60 FPS, everything. You know what I mean? Like, Bethesda gotta redeem themselves, bro. After that trash of a game, Fallout 76, yeah. Let's see here. It says Starfield is a hard 86. You think he's gonna get 86? 86 is pretty decent. King Webb says game of the year. Oh, wow. Wow, that's a bold one right there. That's a, hey, you raising the bar. If PS Games looks like a movie, then IG Xbox Games looks like half-budget simulation. Oh, wow. Xbox fans hate cinematic games, cutscenes, third person. Why are you Xbox guys hyped for Hellblade? Because it's exclusive to Xbox. That's why. It didn't even matter what we think about Starfield. Phil Spencer said it could be an 11 out of 10 and people won't buy an Xbox, which leads me to believe he don't believe in it. Man, we will see, man. We will see, bro. At this point, like, they got to blow us away, man. Gilbert says, yo, Marlon, when is the PS5 showcase announcement? Well, the rumor is saying that it could happen possibly sometime this week or next week for that matter, but we'll see. You know, everything is in rumor land, so we'll see how that turns out. Says, I'm hopeful and very optimistic about Starfield, but I am not as confident in it as like Hellblade. My man, I couldn't agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. Like, honestly, like, even some of the biggest fanboys, out there is saying the same thing. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I have no hype whatsoever for Starfield. Like, I don't. I have more hype for Hellblade 2 than I do for Starfield. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like, Starfield better sweep me off the floor, bro. Like, Starfield better shake me up or something. Like just have me just be like, wow, I'm really impressed for a change. Like, but we'll see. We'll see. Do y'all, and let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that Starfield is going to hit in the 90s? That's a very valid question. In terms of Metacritic, it says game of the year if done right. Man, that's a big game of the year. That's a big game of the year. So touting over Zelda, touting over everything else that was released this year, everything else that's about to get released. Man, that's a tall statement. It says we need you to ask your PlayStation plug when the showcase is. PlayStation plug. Man, I ain't got no plugs, man. I have no plugs over here, boy. All my plugs are filled at this point. Hey, he says, no way in hell is Starfield getting game of the year with the possibility contenders like Zelda, maybe even RE4, Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, okay. It says Starfield Gonna be bad. No Man's Sky. Oh God. Oh God. I'm done. Says, can somebody tell me when Sony showcase? Hey man, everybody is waiting on that showcase, bro. I'm telling you, the minute Sony make that announcement, bro, it's about to, man, the internet's gonna break at this point, because we know what we can expect. Yo, another hype train. Woo! Yeah. Thank you so much. It's over 9,000, baby. Thank you so much. Cool guy with the $2 says, blue box revealing abandoned soon. Stay tuned. Yeah, we're done with abandon who? Abandon who? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. It helps us keep the lights on. Appreciate it. It says, could there be a Demon Souls 2? Nah, I don't think we're gonna get, no, not anytime soon if they're gonna be doing that. It says, you want to know how Starfield will play? Smoke some crack pipe so it can slow you down, and boot up No Man's Sky on a box TV, and you will get Starfield at 30 FPS. I'm done with you, Cloud Strive. I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you, bro. Yeah, I will be getting it. I will be getting it for the channel for sure. This man Cloud Strive is funny. He's funny. Let's see. Let's take more questions. It says, Marlon, the best YouTube streamer out here. Salute. Oh man, I appreciate that. That's a tall order, but I appreciate that. God bless, man. We out here grinding for you guys. It says, what if they announce a Bloodborne? Oh, bro. You know what though? I would take a remake versus a remaster for Bloodborne at this point. Like, I don't know, man. It's been since what, 2015, right? It's been since 20. So what, 7 years now? I know it's not long enough for a remake, but I guess let's take a remaster. I mean, I'll be fine with that. You know what I mean? Or a reboot at this point. But I don't know. I think, yeah, it's too. I mean, it's just 7 years, so a remake wouldn't be valid, but at least get a reboot to the franchise. You know what I mean? That would be good. But a remaster, if done right, I think a lot of people would say that. Or they would just say, hey, just give me Bloodborne 2, and I'll be okay with that as well. It says, if they just brought ID software to help with the gameplay mechanics, and it's supposed to be released in September, I don't know, Marlon. I know, man. I know. It's a lot of pressure on Starfield right now. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's a lot of pressure on Starfield. Starfield is under a lot of pressure. McShawn Williams in the house says, Marlon, now all these insiders talking about this showcase happening in May. Now, if they turn out to be wrong, they're going to look crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you that we were just talking about that. Like, because, man, there's no such thing as a PlayStation insider. Like, everybody who has claimed to be a PlayStation insider, you know what I mean, is dried up and gone. Where's the snitch now? Gone. You know what I mean? Like, there's another YouTuber that he was plugged in heavily in the industry, and he broke a lot of NDAs and ultimately synced his career. So it's not worth it. And what I'm saying is, it's not worth it. The fame, the subscribers, just grow your channel organically. Just be like me and everybody else. Upload every day. You know what I mean? Put out good content and people will subscribe. You know, people like you, they'll donate. People like you, they'll member up. People like you, they'll hit the like button. And no need to be fake. No need to sit here and sell your soul just for subscribers and all that type of stuff and fame, more Twitter followers. Because at the end of the day, if you get something wrong, or if a company comes after you for breaking NDA, well, there goes your behind. You know what I mean? You're done for. It says, if Starfield lands well and Hellblade 2 is everything we think it is, and Avowed land in about 87 to 88 Metacritic, and Forza drops the usual 90+ rating, will you I mean, yeah, for sure. And all those games are at 60 FPS. Oh, I'll fire up the old box for sure. It says, I've been listening to Xbox Live podcasts. They saying there is still hope for Xbox if they release Starfield in 80s Metacritic score. Well, hey, man, listen, bro. And I've said this countless times before. And I'll say it again. Kendrick, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. If you're just now coming into the stream, hit that like button. See if we get over 400 likes. If you're brand new to the channel, you do like what we do here. We cover PlayStation, Xbox. We do gameplay reviews, things of that nature. Don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Blessings, blessings. Let's get it popping. All right, let's get back to the questions. Andrew says, hey, Marlon, have you got the new Zelda game? Of course. Sitting right on top of there. Been playing it, man. I think I've put like about what? Close to 10 hours in the game already. Yeah. It says, did you ever finish? Oh, yeah, yes, I did. I finished it on stream. Yep. Then Wild Critics is going to give Starfield a 92. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a 92 or in the 90s somewhere. Because Bethesda games, man, I'm telling you, especially like, woo, man, especially these big ambitious titles from Bethesda. I mean, Bethesda got their fan bases, man. Xbots actually think Starfield might shadow drop at their Xbox show. Laugh out loud, delusional thinking. He says, have you seen Starfield gameplay? Looks awful. Honestly, bro, I've said it. When they first revealed the gameplay, I was like, no. I was not impressed. And people was like, oh, this and all that. But it just did not look next generation to me at all. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, we'll see what actually happens. Another hype train. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah. Keep the super chats coming. McShawn Williams with the $2 says, Marlon, how you Tears of the Kingdom so far? Oh man, listen, bro. Tears of the Kingdom, amazing. Like I am still in the first part of the game. Like I'm just exploring that whole area and using the master hand and you know, making different type of stuff, you know what I mean, to get across, to traverse across and things of that nature. Just exploring, man. It's definitely one of the best looking Switch games out, period. And so yeah, I'm loving it so far, man. Loving it. Now when you use the master hand to pick up stuff and move stuff around, the frame rate does drop. And that's kind of like where I'm just like, man, you know what? Like Nintendo could use a more powerful hardware in that situation, or they could use, you know, 60 FPS in that situation. So, you know, that's kind of like where I'm at. Yo! Oh, shoot, the hype, the choo-choo train, baby. Hey, can somebody say Dono Wars? Oh, boy. Woo. Yes. Movie Rents, Joe Kova, yes. With the $2.99. Yes, that's the new choo-choo train, baby. We got one. Yeah, keep the super chats coming, baby. We out here. Yes. Let's get the choo-choo train going, baby. It says Xbox died in 2013 with the release of the Xbox One. Man, you know, what really saved Xbox, man, was Phil Spencer. Obviously, give him credit where credit's due, coming out with Game Pass. But Game Pass need to be filled with nothing but cutting-edge first-party, second-party, and third-party games that is just high quality, over the top, to kind of really keep the service continue to go forth, especially right now with situations the way they are. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it is, man. And I think that you know, they have so much invested right now in this ABK deal, so much invested in all their first party studios, that at this point Matt Booty better make sure, because we know that he's head of, you know, Xbox Game Studios. He better make sure that all the Xbox Game Studio games knock it out the park, or else he got to go. I'm sorry. I'm the one for people to stay employed, but bro, if you're not doing your job, get somebody else that's gonna have a third eye for quality. You know what I mean? Because at this point, man, we're going into year 4. What is gonna be the excuse? You know what I'm saying? Like after this year, guys, you know, it's going to be almost 4. Can you believe that? It's going to be 4 years. We're going into the 4th year for these new consoles. Like, listen, bro, this is why we have to demand better. You know what I'm saying? From these companies, because listen, they're making all this money off of us. And the best that we can do is demand better. That's it. That is it, bro. That is it. You know what I mean? Like, I would listen. I will take Phil over Don Matrick any day of the week. Peter Moore, though, that's a whole different story. Steve Ballmer, man, Steve Ballmer, I think was legendary. Steve Ballmer and Peter Moore. Those two guys was ruthless for Xbox. And I think Phil Harrison, wasn't Phil Harrison around when Phil Harrison was there with the PS3, if I remember correctly, right? And he was there also for Google Stadia, which was a big failure. But man, Phil Harrison, I think he was there with the 360, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they need to get back some of the leaders, man, from the 360 era. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, you got to do something. You got to do something. Another donation. The hype train. Yes, it says, what you think about the LG C2 or the C3 for PS5 Pro? Honestly, I don't have either one of those TVs, but I heard some good stuff about them in terms of picture quality. I do have the Samsung S95B, which is one of the new QLED TVs. And man, let me tell you something. Amazing brightness and picture quality. You can't go wrong with the G2, and you can't go wrong with the C10 as well. You know, with the LG C10. I still have my LG C10, and let me tell you something. That TV is amazing. Sound, I mean, just even watching movies on it, playing games. I mean, the picture quality of that TV, and that's old. That's from like 3 years ago. And so you can't go wrong with any of the, you know, the LG TVs at this point. Let's see here. It says, I'm ready to see Spider-Man 2. When is Sony showcase? Or they ducking this wreck from Microsoft? I mean, honestly, moon landing. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. Listen, man. Listen. Trust me. At this point, it's getting annoying. Like, we already know that the ABK deal at this point, it's over, right? I mean, it's over in terms of Sony sitting here fighting, you know, for this ABK deal to go in their favor. Like, trust me, at this point, like, it is what it is, right? Let's move on from this ABK deal. Strike the iron while it's hot. People are buying PS5s like crazy. Give us a PS5 showcase. Like, if the games are ready to be shown, drop it. Unless they're waiting for Microsoft to go first. Who knows what's going on behind the scenes? But trust me, Moon Landing, you're gonna be blown away when you see Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 is going to be so groundbreaking. And also, a little tad bit that I wanted to throw in there for Spider-Man 2. I am hearing, now this is what I think this is something to do with the comics for Spider-Man 2, considering they just dropped that comic, that free comic for Spider-Man 2. But yo, check this out. I heard that Venom is going to be so ruthless in the game to the point where we might end up losing a character. I don't know. I don't know. But all I can say, yo, Spider-Man 2 is going to be that game. Like, Spider-Man 2 is going to be that game. Oh my God. Trust me. It's going to be worth it. It says OLED quality is a game changer for PS5. Ghost of Tsushima is breathtaking on the LG C1 TV. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lose a character. You know what that means, right? Means RIP. Mick Sean Williams, thank you so much for the $2. Keep the hype train going with these $2. Man, what's up with these $2 donations today? Oh man, I appreciate it, man, because the blessings The blessings, the blessings. Let's keep the hype train going. With the super chat, with the super chat. Says, I know, right? I finally made it to the surface of the Hyrule. Yeah, man. Yeah. $2 Tuesdays? I mean, what's going on with these $2, man? Keep them $2 going, man. Yeah. Keep. Hey, what is this? Sonic $2 Tuesdays? I mean, what's going on? I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to OG Gaming, though, the biggest donator of the show with the massive $20 donation. I appreciate it. I said, hopefully he kills Mary Jane early because I don't want to do those walking seats with her. You know what? You know what's funny? I mean, Insomniac, they said that, well, they were listening to feedback, right? Pertaining to Spider-Man 2, like, because honestly, I did not want to play as Mary Jane, like, at all. Like, I love Mary Jane as a character and whatever, but to do those stealth missions, and apparently, you know, Insomniac Games is like, yeah, we're not gonna implement that in Spider-Man 2. You know what I mean? Like, more people will be okay with, you know, doing stealth missions with Peter or Miles or whatever the case may be, but not no Mary Jane. Like, no, sir. No, sir. Happy, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. If you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on that post notification bell. We out here. It says E3 was never the same after Sony left. Facts. Gaskin! Shout outs to Gaskin. Gaskin in the house. Love you, Gaskin. Appreciate you for being here. Yeah. Thank you for the support, Gaskin. Blessing us with your presence. It says more like $2 Taco Tuesdays. About to get some right now. Oh, really, that hip? Hey, enjoy your tacos. Somebody else says Sonic $2 Tuesdays. There you go. Chauncey says all the PS1, PS2, PS3 games on PS5. If they have all the PS4 games in the PS5 console, then why not the old console games? Shaking my head. Honestly, one of the biggest things right now that a lot of people are expecting, I see a lot of people are talking about, is they want Sony to obviously make the PS3 games downloadable, right? Instead of streaming them, because streaming, bro, is just, I'm sorry, it's just not it yet. It's just no, I know that Microsoft have 60 to 70% of the cloud market right now, but cloud gaming is nowhere near playing natively on a console. We know that Mark Cerny is apparently working on that ultra cloud experience to where you can play the games almost identical to how you can play them on the console. Like, and obviously xCloud is just not there yet in terms of that. There's still a lot of lag, input latency, and so on and so forth. And so it's just crazy at this point. It's especially the PSP console games to the new gen. Oh man, I know. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of classics that, you know, a lot of people kind of really want. So it says, I just cooked some bacon, stir fry, and plantain. If you want some, oh man, send me a plate, bro. Send me a plate. You know what it is, bro. Airdrop it to your boy's house, man. Yeah, it says I completed RE4 remake today. Hey, that's hype. Yeah, I finished RE4 probably like about 4 days now. 4 days now. Yo, another $2. Yo, what's up with these $2, man? Yo, thank y'all for the $2, man. Y'all going crazy with the $2, boy. It's over 9,000, baby. Effective 458 with the $2 says, you think the PS5 Pro games are going to be 4K 120 with ray tracing? It's possible. It's a possibility. I think that ray tracing is going to be definitely improved in a whole different way when it comes to the PS5 Pro. So, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I could see that, right? Because, well, obviously these consoles, PS5, Series X, promise to give us, what, 4K 60 standard, and as we see it right now, we getting 30 FPS. It just never seems to fail, man, with the industry and how things are. Like, it's just crazy at this point. says, why no update on Xbox Pro from Microsoft? I mean, at this point, do you you got to ask yourself this. You got to ask yourself, do they really need a Xbox Pro at this point? Do they need a Series X Pro? Like, that thing right there is a pro console. Like, they don't need... Oh, shoot! Oh!
Marlon Stop the Train sounds $25. Oh my gosh, who gave you a train horn? Belated Mother's Day to the actual star of the channel. I hope she takes your horn away.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. Hey, Marlon Stop the Train sounds with the $25. That is so funny. Thank you for the 25, the biggest donation of the show. I appreciate it. God bless. It helps us out here on the channel so that we can continue to make these streams full time. Appreciate you guys, man. It says, how many chapters? I think it's 16 chapters. Yeah, 16 chapters in total. Thank you so much. He said, laugh out loud. That was definitely Gaskin. I know, right? Oh, my God. Shouts to Gaskin, man. Shouts to Gaskin. You got to love Gaskin. Gaskin, thank you so much for the $25, man. It helps us out. Helps us out to keep the lights on and to keep us going. God bless, Gaskin. God bless. It says, I mean, to be honest, I want GTA 4 on PS5 as well, but they need to remake it, in my opinion, and change the mechanics. More experience. Hey, did you hear about GTA 6 apparently having surfing? Like, there's going to be surfing in the game. And they hired, Rockstar apparently hired 20 engineers just for the water physics alone for the game. Man, that game is going to be crazy, man. Yeah, shout out to First Lady, man. Happy Mother's Day. Gaskin, please compensate his little electronics. I'm done with Gaskin. Love you, Gaskin. Hey, another $2 Tuesday. Hey. Another $2 Tuesday, baby. Hey, you know what? That's going to be a thing on the channel now. $2 Tuesdays. Anybody? I'm going to write it down. Write it down and make it plain, Marlon. $2 Tuesdays, baby. $2 Tuesdays. That's going to be a thing now on the MGN Squad. That's going to be a thing on the channel, man. $2 Tuesdays. $2 Tuesdays. Man. I've never seen that much $2 in my life. Shaz the Angel. Thank you for the $2. God bless. Says, just got my Gamerverse Spider-Man 2 comic. Choo choo. Yeah, $2 Tuesdays, baby. Thriller, what's up? Says, did you see story where the CMA discovered that Microsoft's next-gen console is scheduled for release in 2028? Yeah, I saw something like that. Listen, at this point, please fully utilize that baby right there, which is the Series X. Like, the Series X has too many capabilities at this point. Like, please, at this point, like, for real, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like we better, I'm telling you, we better see the games. Make no mistake, like Forza Horizon, not Forza Horizon, but Forza Motorsport. Listen, bro, that's going to be a game that I think is going to really show us what the Series X can do. But we need to see Hellblade 2. We need to see Everwild. We need to see Avowed. I mean, there's so many games. There's so many games at this point. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. It says, get yourself some French fries from McDonald's with the $2. I'm done with you. It says, yes, Series X got it on paper. Oh, yeah, for sure. Just up to Microsoft to fully utilize the system. You know what I mean? And give us what we really want at the end of the day. But, yeah, man, I mean, it's pretty much cut and dry at this point. Like, it really is, you know? But we'll see, guys. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the tremendous support on the channel as of late. I mean, we've been crushing it. You guys have been liking and sharing the streams and everything like that. Things are looking good up on the channel. I'm approaching my 9-year anniversary on the channel. And, man, 9 years is a long time to be doing something. And ever since oh, my God.
Even further beyond.
Oh my God. Goku, baby. Showing Goku some love, baby.
There's no hope for you, $22.
Woo!
I'll be different and do a $22 Tuesday lol.
Hey, hey, wow, wow, yo, shout outs to There's No Hope For You with the $22. He was like, let's do $22 Tuesdays. So I think $22 Tuesday sounds really, really good. Yo, shout outs to Larry K. Thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, he said 9 years. It says it's about time you ask us for a raise then. Man, I mean, 9 years, bro. 9 freaking years. June 24th is going to make 9 years, the 9-year anniversary of the channel. And what would be really sweet is if we hit 50K on that anniversary or before the anniversary. Man, it's a bittersweet thing for me, man, because I remember when I first started streaming back in, man, shoot, like going as far back as 2013 when I first started streaming. Yeah, 2013, when the PS4 came out, I actually started streaming. And man, I'm telling you, it's not now I've been streaming, bro. I've been streaming a long time. I've been making content a long time. Actually, doing stuff in the industry professionally since 2006, and now it's 2023. So I've been reviewing games, writing reviews, things like that on my website, going to E3 since 2006, and then from there got hit with the pandemic and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's going on 9 years, man. Long time to be doing something. Hey, thank you so much. Great show. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. He needs a spa sound. He says, you think Microsoft gonna make a third party gaming extinct with all these studios? I mean, nah. Trust me, third party is still gonna be a big part of Xbox. Trust me. Says, I'm going to keep pushing Killzone, cook it. Hey, there you go. Vegeta powers up for the PlayStation Showcase. There you go. Where's the storm? I mean, the storm is coming. Look outside. It's coming because it's storming outside right now. Yo, Jay's channel, thank you so much for the love. But seriously, though, guys, thank you guys so much for the support. I know I might sound like a broken record at this point. Like, listen, we might not get as much gifted memberships as some channels do, or we might not get a lot of donations like we used to. But seriously, thank you guys for the tremendous support on here and for allowing me to do this for 9 years strong. You know what I mean? That's a long time. And I actually started doing this full time in 2019 was when I got in a car accident, messed up my lower back because of the car accident, and then started doing this full time in 2019. So walk by faith, not by sight. And stepping out on faith, stepping out on God, man. And here we are, you know, since 2019 on the channel doing it full time. So thank you guys so much for the support. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. Tell a friend about the channel. Let's see if we get over 400 likes on the show today. Subscribe if you're brand new. Stay tuned for the next content. And my God, let's hope that we get something major in these gaming streets in terms of news, because it's dry out here and Sony got to bring the storm because everything is drying up right now. So love y'all. Be blessed, be easy. And as usual, like the great Etika would say, please have yourself a great one and let's elevate. We out.